Hello, Brad Shelkey here at Conversations with Mormons. This is part 3 of God's testimony as my secret weapon for witnessing to Mormons, as well as for thriving in life. Mormons talk much about needing to do good, about striving to be the best they can, and about not being lazy about God's commands. They want to do good, they want to love their neighbors, and they want to be patient. But like the rest of us, find themselves failing. Many have expressed to me a desire for a way to succeed at being patient with others, or even just with themselves. Can you relate to them? Because I certainly can. In the last episode, I mentioned my use of true or false questions in my style of Conversations with Mormons. A well-phrased question helps us get past our insecurities, our prejudices, and our blind spots. And let's be honest, we all have more of these than we want to admit. Here's my biggest question. True or false, God is the source of all moral goodness. Why is this important, and how does it connect to God's testimony? But let's back up a bit and make sure we're on the same page. First, what's moral goodness anyway? It's about faithfulness to do what is morally good or right, such as being kind, loving, patient, forgiving. Second, what's a good standard for measuring faithfulness? Well, since God's the source of all goodness, He's responsible to provide a good standard for us to use. Jesus says you must be perfect as God is perfect. To be perfect like God means to be 100% morally good all the time. If you're not, if I'm not, then we don't measure up. Jesus' brother James says that if you keep all the commands of God and break one, you're guilty of all. This means God always measures by moral flawlessness. Do you want to measure God's way or yours? There are many surprises in measuring God's way, and in the future episodes, I'll share how I use them to open the hearts of Mormons I converse with. As a new Christian, I read the Bible much. The word life, when referring to spiritual life, nagged at me. It reminded me of breathing. I knew that wasn't right because breathing isn't spiritual. But what is it then? Years passed before I realized spiritual life is all about moral goodness. To experience spiritual life means to experience life in God's goodness. Now when I think life, I think moral goodness. In the last episode, we explored God's testimony to reveal its greatest treasure, which I call its biggest surprise. Jesus Christ is all of life for me. This means He is all the moral goodness I need, and this is for all of my existence, not just after I die. I crave moral goodness all the time, and so does everyone I meet. And God's testimony is that Jesus Christ is all of that for me. Do I see it? Do I see it for the Christians who disagree with me? And do I see it for the next Mormon I'm privileged to meet? Jesus Christ is all the moral goodness anyone needs. This is the huge surprise in God's testimony. And I have the privilege not only of living in this surprise now, but also of unveiling it to Mormons. Mormons long to experience this goodness, and they urge each other to choose to do good as the way to that goal. In their lingo, they achieve goodness by choosing the right. And since they long to achieve goodness, they gladly welcome my conversation about experiencing goodness. I use questions to help them notice that we experience goodness by receiving it rather than achieving it. And Jesus Christ achieves all, and we simply receive it. Now, how does this work? Well, Jesus. He did say He's the way to life. This means He's the how to moral goodness. In the realm of personal relationships, Jesus is the how, the means, the way to experience every nuance of moral goodness. And I count it a privilege to walk Mormons through the meaning of their experiences to help them discover Jesus as the how to goodness. Next week, I'll share 2 insights gained from freshmen at USU in September. I've quoted these Mormon women many times since then. Get ready for a little shock and awe. In the meantime, why not join me in thanking God for sending Jesus Christ to be all the moral goodness you need, not just part of it. Welcome to the conversation.